Good morning. This morning I was in the basement and I found a pile of books. And I picked out some of the books that I thought I'd like to read to you and show you the pictures inside. Let's see how this works. I've never done this before. This book is called Once, you see it? Once a Mouse. It was written in 1961. That's a long time ago. One day, a hermit, a man living all by himself in the jungle, sat thinking about the idea of big and little, and suddenly he saw a mouse. And the mouse was about to be picked up by a crow and eaten. So the man hurried, and he hurried to help the poor little animal, the mouse, and he tore him from the crow's beak and carried him off. See, there he is grabbing the crow and taking the mouse out of the crow's beak. And he took him to his hut in the jungle, where he took care of him and gave him milk and little grains of mice. But look at the picture. Here he is feeding the mouse, and then all of a sudden, look who shows up. A cat came into the hut, and it had whiskers, a straight tail, and it was holding its tail up high. Look at the cat's eyes. But the hermit was mighty at magic, and he was very good at changing the mouse into a larger, stout, strong cat. Here's what the mouse became, a bigger cat than the cat that came into the hut. That night, the dog barked in the forest. That poor cat ran to hide under the bed, even though it was a bigger cat, because it was afraid of the dog that it heard barking. The hermit wasted no time in thinking about the words big or bigger, and while lying there in the bed on top of the bigger cat, he changed that cat into a bigger dog. And not long after that, see, he changed him from a cat to a bigger dog. And not long after that, a hungry tiger was prowling in the forest, and it jumped on the dog. Fortunately, the man was nearby, and with a gesture of his hand, he changed that dog into a bigger royal tiger. And now there were two tigers. Remember what that big tiger used to be? A small mouse. Imagine the pride of that now bigger tiger. All day long he strolled around the forest in the jungle, and he was showing off over the other animals. Look how proud he looked. And the hermit didn't miss any of this, and he scolded the beast. Without me, he would say to the giant tiger, you would be nothing more than a little mouse. That is, if you were still alive. There's no need to act like such a big shot. And here he is scolding the tiger. Face on the tiger. And here are the other animals behind the old man. The tiger was so offended and embarrassed, He forgot all the good things that the man had done for him. And the tiger said, "No one shall tell me that I was once a mouse. I will kill that man." But the hermit could read the tiger's mind. "You are so ungrateful. Go back to the forest and be a mouse again." So the proud and handsome tiger turned back into a frightened, humble little mouse. There's the man sending him off. And he ran off into the forest, and the mouse was never seen again. Hope you liked the story.